To get right to that growing firestorm ignited by those vulgar comments from President Trump about allowing immigrants from Africa and Haiti into America. ABC News policy is not to repeat the profanity, which a chorus of Trump critics have called racist and un-American. We're going to talk more about that later. First, our chief White House correspondent John Karl is tracking all the latest fallout from Washington. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. Just as he seemed to be making progress on a bipartisan immigration deal, the president blew it all up with a vulgar remark that struck many as blatantly racist. The president's vulgar slur came during an Oval Office meeting with congressional leaders trying to hammer out an immigration deal. Multiple sources tell ABC News the president grew angry when he was told the developing deal would include protections for immigrants from African countries and Haiti. Why are we having people from blank countries coming here? The president demanded, referring to Haiti and African countries with a profane slur, adding, "Why do we need more Haitians?" The president suggested the U.S. should bring in more immigrants from countries like Norway. At first, the White House didn't deny the president said those words, and now the president is tweeting, quote, "Never said anything derogatory about Haitians other than Haiti is, obviously, a very poor and troubled country. I have a wonderful relationship with Haitians." But news of the president's crude insult drew bipartisan condemnation.
This remark by the president of the United States smacks of blatant racism.
His comments do not represent America.
Listen, this is not help at all. It's a distraction.
Republican Congresswoman Mia Love, the first Haitian American elected to Congress, called on the president to apologize, saying his comments are, quote, "unkind, divisive, elitist, and fly in the face of our nation's values." Jeb Bush tweeted, "I hope today's comments were just a crass and flippant mistake and do not reflect the hateful racism they imply." It's far from the first time Trump has made racially offensive comments. On the very first day of his campaign, he insulted Mexicans.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
And in August, he responded to violence at the neo-Nazi rally in Charlottesville by saying there were fine people both among the protesters and the white supremacists.
You also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
The president's latest outburst came after he brought Democrats and Republicans together for a constructive meeting at the White House on Tuesday, urging a deal to provide legal status to the so-called Dreamers, undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children.
This should be a bipartisan bill. This should be a bill of love. Truly, it should be a bill of love, and we can do that.
Before yesterday's outburst, it appeared that a deal was imminent. Now that's in doubt. There were 7 members of Congress at yesterday's meeting. The only one to comment is the lone Democrat, Dick Durbin.
To no surprise, the president started tweeting this morning denying that he used those words. It is not true.
And now the president is up and tweeting, saying that the bipartisan deal that was presented to him yesterday was a big step backwards, adding, quote, "U.S. would be forced to take large numbers of people from high-crime countries which are doing badly." And now another tweet where he seems to be denying what he said, saying the language used by me at the DACA meeting was tough, but was not the language used. What was really tough was the outlandish proposal made. Unclear if that is a full denial of what he said. George, we've asked for clarification.